Hey guys, welcome to TaylahTalk. I have blood all over my hands. Ooh, spooky stuff. Welcome to my top 5 movies that you need to watch this Halloween. Cue all the scary music. Woo! Just kidding, my editing skills are not that good. With my top 5, these are movies that are either scary or terrifying or just super duper entertaining that you need to watch this Halloween. Just based on like supernatural and scary and all that fun stuff. I try to cover all the bases, so let's get to it.
Number 5.
Number 5 is Mum and Dad. This movie is probably like the most effed up movie that ever existed. I don't know who made it or who thought of it. They're just twisted. It's basically a movie where this mum and dad kidnaps children from the airport, and the dad's like mentally effed up in the head and likes to kill people for fun and basically just does really weird crap. And then the mum likes to play with the children with knives and just like all this messed up stuff. And then basically the story is that they kidnap another girl and how she is introduced to the family and like kind of brainwashed into the family, and basically her tale of her trying to escape. You should definitely watch this movie, especially if you're like really interested in horror and really into horror and how just messed up that kind of world is. It's definitely a movie for you.
Number 4.
Number 4 is Teeth. This movie is it's more of an older style horror movie, but it's still just as messed up. It basically follows this girl who is a virgin, and then basically she gets assaulted, and then she discovers that she has teeth in her vagina, and basically everyone that tries to have sex with her, if it's not consensual, their dick gets eaten off. It's one of those movies where it's kind of so ridiculous that you want to watch it, like Sharknado or like pretty much any shark movie that's not an actual like documentary, and like all those kind of like ridiculous movies that just wouldn't be possible but they did it anyway. That's definitely worth the watch if you're into all that crazy fun stuff. Number 3, that's 6.
Number 3.
Number 3 is definitely going to Grave Encounters. I'm gonna say Grave Encounters 1 and 2 because you need to watch both because they're both good. Number 2 is my favorite, but I feel like you need to watch number 1 to understand number 2. Basically follows this fake TV show that go into like a mental asylum and they like try and find ghosts even though they believe that they're not real, and then they discover that they are. Out of all the mental asylum kind of horror movies I've seen, this is the one to watch because like you're left on suspense the whole time. I'm one of those fans of I'm afraid of things I can't see, so the whole time you're like suspense and you can feel the presence. Like they've designed through the music and things like that, you feel them there but you can't see them, and it just gets your heart going and scary stuff happens and it's so good. Number 2 is amazing. They like bring the like demonic things to life and they like chase after them and stuff. It's freaking terrifying. I remember I got all my friends together and we watched it and we're all just like screaming at the television because we're like freaked out, but it's awesome. So definitely recommend. Watch number 1 and number 2 because number 2 is based off number 1, but it's them trying to prove that number 1 was real, and so it's like younger teenagers going in and it's really good. And there's like a plot twist in the middle that you did not see coming. It's great.
Number 2
is a horror movie that I found on Netflix. Even though I couldn't really call it a horror movie, it's a documentary, but it is so terrifying. I only watched it like the other week, but the whole time I was head to toe goosebumps. I was just freaking out the whole time. It's called Nightmare and it's based on sleep paralysis, and it's basically just a whole documentary about all little short stories of like a group of maybe like 6 or 7 people and all their like little stories of having sleep paralysis, and it just gets more and more terrifying as the movie progresses, the documentary progresses I should say. Just it is so scary. Some of the stuff that happens, just to think that that's like a real thing that they experienced is so terrifying. It's something that you just have to watch, and like you can't say it's not real because it's an actual condition, and just I think the fact that it's real adds the element of fear that gets everyone really scared to watch it.
And my number 1 movie you must see this Halloween
is Wormwood. This is like a thriller horror movie. It's basically an Australian zombie apocalypse. It is the funniest, most ridiculous horror movie that you need to watch, especially if you're Australian. There are so many jokes in there of like, I don't like Australian cinema. Like, there's so many things that are bad about Australian cinema, but this movie was just beautiful. It was so funny, and it's basically just, it follows his brother and sister. The sister gets like kidnapped, the brother goes to rescue her, and then takes like his Aboriginal friend along, and they like meet people as they go, and it's hilarious. The zombie effects in this movie are really good. They made them really true zombies. There's nothing worse than watching an apocalypse movie and just seeing stupidity, like, for lack of a better word. Like, shitty zombies aren't real zombies that don't have the real, like, zombie effect. Like, I need zombies. If they're zombies, they need to be real zombies. Like, thank you. I definitely recommend watching it if you're really into Australian humour, or you want to see like what our humour's about. I watched it with my friends and we were laughing like the whole entire time, as well as being like gory and gross. I pray to the heavens above that they make a number 2 because holy crap, it was so good. And that's my top 5. Thanks for watching. Comment down below if you've ever seen any of these movies and how much you like them or don't like them. Either way, tell me all about it. And subscribe for more. And until next time,
I'll spook you later.
oh, I'm so lame.